All right, welcome back, Aquarius. So again, Soul Horizons Tarot. If you did want to see more clarification on this reading, or if you don't know what this is, I would suggest going back and watching just the part one, because I've split it into two parts. The first part without clarifiers, the second part with, for those that don't want to have to sit through an hour plus of footage. So this part will go into much more detail, but we're going to hit it off right now and start clarifying your. Oop, I didn't even ask yet. I'm going to put that back. King of Swords. There you are. So please clarify Temperance for the overall energy for Aquarius. Ignore my ripped up sweater. It's my favorite. It's really comfortable. Tim Burton sweater. Please clarify Temperance, please, for the overall energy for Aquarius. I'm not keeping that one. Okay. Please clarify one more with the Ten of... Way too many. One more with the Ten of Cups and Temperance for overall energy here for Aquarius. One more with the Ten of Cups and Temperance, please. One more with the Ten of Cups and Temperance, please. One. Okay, there we go. Two. I'll go ahead and take the third. And three. Oh, look at that. Is that Temperance? No, that's Judgment. That's Scorpio energy and the Magician. Okay. So this is Virgo energy, actually, with both of these. Could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. The Magician is Virgo, but also Aries energy. We've got Sagittarius here. So it looks like with Temperance in the middle here, you're trying to find a balance between what makes you happy and what makes you feel stable. There could be a partnership here because the Ten of Cups can talk about emotional fulfillment, and a family as well. So maybe trying to find a balance between work life and family life with the 10. Now the Queen of Wands or Queen of Pentacles, again, ignore the gender pronoun if you're man or if you're male or female. It's still relevant, but this can talk about somebody that could be a mother, could be a wife, but somebody who's very grounded, very stable, very reliable, but also very self-reliant, independent, especially financially. Well, can be very financially independent, but this is like the homemaker of tarot. She spends a lot of time and energy into making her environment safe and secure in order to, like, she's very much about family, but she's also very clever and thrifty when it comes to saving money and coming up with ideas on how to, expand that. And I do see with the Magician here, that's something that you are trying to manifest here. You're trying to manifest this abundance for yourself, possibly a job opportunity, specifically long-term career, but it can be entrepreneurial in nature, business you're trying to start up, like a literal startup company. Um, Kind of similar energies here with the Temperance and the Magician because they're both kind of alchemists. Uh, n- he's trying to create something. This is somebody who has an idea, and then they have everything they need in order to create that. They have the willpower. They have the actual resources, or they're just trying to manifest that into their lives. But with the Temperance here, it's like trying to balance those things out, where to invest and where to put focus, and make sure that these are, equally nurtured, both sides of this coin, literally. Um, I do see this as like you trying to manifest abundance and stability and financial independence for yourself as well here. But also, trying to, stay happy, like do something that makes you happy or keep a family happy. Possibly you could be like a single mother or single father, and that's a big aspect of being that is you have to be both parental kind of figures in the household. You have to be the mother and the father. You have to try to, keep everyone's spirits up and the morale and the emotional fulfillment of the family while also, providing for them, providing that financial success there with the queen. Now, if you are not this queen, which I feel you are, but there could be a earth sign individual or somebody with those qualities um, that you are trying to manifest uh, a relationship with or happiness with. But we're going to keep going to your current energy, which was the hangman. Again, that's Pisces energy. But it's that energy of being stagnant or suspended animation. There's no progress. Hold on while my eyes are itchy. Okay, so please clarify the hangman here for Aquarius, current energy situation, please. Why is the hangman here for Aquarius for their current energy and situation, please? Please clarify the hangman. Any more information on the hangman for Aquarius, please? Okay, one. Well, that wanted to come out, but it wouldn't. That's the star. That's actually your energy. Two. There we go. Three. Yeah. Four swords and Taurus or the Hierophant in the reverse. Now, I usually don't read reversals. We got the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, but it did flip out that way. So this could be trying to break free from something that could be seen as traditional or break out of that role of a norm. Um, it could be a marriage that is coming or a long-term commitment at least that is falling apart, or at least there's been a lack of progress or no progress at all within a commitment or within a business, because that deals with commitments in general, whether that's a relationship or something that you um, strength and the Queen of Wands, something that you're contracted to, basically you're obligated to. Um, Again, it could be because this does deal with marriage in the reverse. This could be a divorce. It could be a company, either letting you go or you having to leave the company, or the company is like dissolving. It could also be like a strict, an overbearing or strict or restrictive situation, whether in a relationship or a company or just in general, possibly like an overbearing parent or somebody who's very, 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 very religious to the point where it's, it's kind of like a zealot. Um, but it can also be like taboo as well, doing something that would be considered taboo or completely. Oh, why is the Hierophant here in the reverse, please? Why is the Hierophant here in reverse? Please, any clarification on the Hierophant here in reverse? You're not going to. 1, 2, 3. Ace of Wands. Ooh, okay, so it could be. Hmm, it could be that you're kind of chasing a dream that others might not approve of. You're chasing some type of passionate potential here, whether that's um, a new job, a new relationship, a new beginning, like starting from scratch, basically. And there's people in your environment that look at it like it's completely out of the ordinary, or even tell you that it's not going to work. Like they're dead set against whatever this is. It could also be because the Ace of Wands can represent the male phallic. This could be like a taboo experience, a sexual experience. So maybe being polygamous, polyamorous. I don't know how do you say that. Having more than one, like having an open relationship, basically, or having an open marriage. Maybe you're bisexual, or you're gay or lesbian. Um, could be that though there too with the could be maybe you are with somebody that there is kind of a large age gap there, um, as well, or there's completely different views on religious politics, um, ethnicity, race, customs, uh, beliefs. Um, but that could be an aspect of that. With the Four of Swords here, that is similar to the Hangman. That's a period of deep introspection. It's a period of rest and recuperation that's necessary, because there was before the Four of Swords was the Three of Swords, which is a period of pain, loss, regret. Not regret, but pain and loss, grief. But it's a necessary need to kind of go within and um, almost isolate yourself from others in order to understand something, to reach this, like the Hangman, to reach some type of understanding or deep knowing. It's funny too, because the Hierophant is also the card of higher learning. So it's almost like maybe it's a loss of faith. Like if you do believe in God, it's a loss of believing that He exists, or um, maybe a loss of faith in something else. But maybe your preacher, or an entire set of beliefs that you held to so strongly before. It's kind of been completely, um, literally turned upside down for you. But the Four of Swords is a period of prayer and meditation. But again, we've got, even though this is a different deck, we've got all these, like the moon cycle. So maybe some placements in your moon, or some transits within the moon right now are affecting you and kind of putting you in this energy. Um, but yeah, it's also a card of not taking any direction or taking any action. It's kind of like going within and being a little bit of a hermit. Now, that is the minor arcana to the hermit. So there could be some no contact here as well. Somebody's blocked communication. Um, but let's see what's crossing you. Let's move on to what's crossing you as a challenge or obstacle. Please clarify The Seven of Swords for what's crossing Aquarius as a challenge or obstacle. Why is the Seven of Swords here for what's crossing Aquarius as a challenge or obstacle, please? Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Okay. Oh, I wanted to come out. There's that tower again. I wanted to. One. Okay. Two. Tower on the bottom. So yeah, somebody's deception here is going to cause. I mean, for some of you, this may even be you're hiding your sexuality, or you're hiding some type of belief set or idea or something that again would be considered taboo. You might be hiding that and afraid to admit this. We have the Queen of Wands, fire energy, Gemini, what Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, with the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands. Let me get any more information for the Seven of Swords on the other side. Any more information on the Seven of Swords, please? I feel like there's a defensive energy about this. Like if there are other people that are like very adamant or vocal about their displeasure about whatever this is that you might be trying to hide, or maybe you're just trying to be very private. That's way too many. There's a feeling here of you fighting or standing your ground, defending yourself. So for instance, you're in love with somebody that's like you're a student and you're in love with your professor who's like twice, three times your age. Then it's kind of like you have to sneak around to see them. You have to hide the relationship. This is just an example. Um, and but yet when you are, if you are ever approached about it, or somebody does like talk about it or catch you, you find yourself very defensive against this and very passionate about it, like passionately defending yourself, holding the high ground. You believe in what you're doing, but it's also a challenge or obstacle. So it's something that's actually causing this hanged man. It's not something that's really serving in your best interest. The fact that you have to be so defensive about this and hide it in some way, it is it is disruptive, or it is counterintuitive to what you're trying to achieve. I don't guess I'm going to get any more for that queen. Who or what is this queen, please? Let me use this deck. Who or what is this queen? Please clarify. Who or what is this Queen of Wands, and what's crossing Aquarius as a challenge or obstacle? Now, another story here could be that you know somebody, possibly, this Two of Cups over here, you know somebody that's in a relationship. They're doing something that's rather sneaky, or what you consider taboo, and you try to confront them, or you try to give them your idea or perspective, or bring clarity to like your advice or whatever, and yet they are defensive about it. I did have death come out, but I put it back. We'll try again. The Fool. Okay, so yeah, you may feel that somebody is being foolish here, or you may be. See, the opposite here of the Fool is the Hangman. Um, this is somebody who doesn't look before they leap. They just impulsively go after things. They take leaps of faith, but they don't always consider, um, the pros or the cons or the cause and effect. They kind of just follow their heart and be damned. Everything else be damned. So this is either you that's doing this. That's the Seven of Swords. Like there's an element of deception or possibly even self-deception. I don't think it's self-deception because we do have the Queen of Wands and the Seven here. So this is somebody who's fighting passionately for what they believe in, holding to their standards, holding to their ground, their high ground, like defending their position against others, whether people or energies. Um, they're fighting very passionately and very courageously, but at the same time, they are still having to. There is an element of sneakiness, or no, you do have the Three of Pentacles. So, oh, I didn't realize this. Oh, no, that was the King. That was the advice card. There could be a third party here. Somebody's not being honest um, about a third party. Doesn't always have to mean cheating, but it can involve like a situation where there's a kind of like I said earlier before I even do the clarifiers, like a third wheel. Um, so it could be like these outside influences that are trying to, um, pinpoint this Hierophant in reverse. Like you're not doing things the way you should. This is not acceptable, and that's what's causing that energy of a disruptive. If- I don't know who this is with the Queen of Wands. You are an air sign. It doesn't matter that this is a fire sign, but the Queen of Wands is somebody very passionate, I mean, similar to the King of Wands that I explained. Very driven, ambitious, um, very physically attractive, self-confident. If not physically attractive, then they're just, their confidence exudes like a magnetic pull. Um, Adventurous, charismatic, funny, kind of the life of the party energy. But when they're faced with something that they have to defend, they do so with a lot of heart and a lot of courage. And I feel that's what's going on here. Now, again, alternatively, this could be somebody else that is confronted and they are defending their position with a lot of passion and a lot of fire. They may seem, or you or they may come off very combative. But again, this is what's crossing you as a challenge or obstacle. So this is something that is not serving. Um, I'm going to actually keep these two and put the three back. And I say it's not serving you because if you have to hide it, if you have to sneak around, if you have to try to distract people from the truth, or, if you're not confident with it enough to be open about it, it's not healthy for you because all of your energy goes into covering it up, which causes you and the other person, if there is one involved, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. Um, but yeah, let's move on to your surface mind. So this is where your focus is. Please clarify the Knight of Cups for Aquarius's surface mind. Please clarify that Knight of Cups for Aquarius surface mind. What are they focused on here with the Knight of Cups, please? Please clarify the Knight of Cups. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Sun keeps coming up on the bottom. That's Leo energy. So we got the 9 of Wands. There we go. Oh, 4 of Pentacles. Clarify any more here with the Knight of Cups. Not keeping that one. That was my bad. 2, 3. Hermit. Yeah, back to that 4 of Swords. You got the 4 of Pentacles. Bless me. Sorry. Hopefully that wasn't like ruptured somebody's eardrum. All right, so we have the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and then what else popped out? Oh yeah, the 5 of Pentacles. That's funny. 8, 9 of Wands, 4, 5 of Pentacles. Mm. There is some communication that you are either you're wanting to receive or you're expecting to receive, or not, no, that you're either expecting to receive, hoping to receive, or you're wanting to extend to somebody else. You want to take action on this. Could be an apology or an emotional communication, but it's being blocked. No, I mean, cross watchers are welcome, but I don't like to tell you like that this can be switched, roles can be reversed, but it sometimes is unclear about who's who because it is a general reading. But I'm just going to go off the idea that this is a person that you're thinking about, and there is emotion attached to it because this is the Knight of Cups. Um, but I kind of feel like off intuitively, I feel like you both want to hear from this person, but there's a part of you that also doesn't. Or you're afraid that they don't want to hear from you because we've got there's a lot of communication here with the Eight of Wands, or a lot of movement, possibly even like literal travel. Um, but with the 9 and the 4 and the 5 of Pentacles and even the Hermit here, it's like somebody is kind of closed off. Somebody is avoidant. Somebody is guarded. They're not receptive to whatever this is, whether that's you or the other person. I kind of feel like it's the other person that isn't. I don't mean to call anyone out. I'm not here to judge, but I kind of feel like you may have been the one that was hiding something here. It might have been out of guilt or shame about it. But you weren't honest about it. But at the same time, you were very defensive about it as well. Perhaps you had a good reason to be, because like if if you do have um, if you're interested in same-sex relationships and your family is super religious, it can be it can be extremely terrifying to come out with that, which makes you come off kind of defensive. Um, but there's another person, or maybe it's just a communication that you're wanting to have here with the Knight of Cups, and yet you're either afraid somebody won't want to receive it or will not receive it because they've blocked you, or they've, if this is a family situation, it could be that they've denounced you or disowned you. Because there is a card here about feeling rejected, feeling left out in the cold. It could be that if you were the one that was deceptive, that you broke somebody's trust and they felt like you left them no choice. Um, but I see that there is a desire here for communication, for an apology, or for an emotional, um, offer here, an emotional message. It could be that there's a Virgo or a water sign that you're wanting to hear from. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but one of you or the both of you are kind of skeptical about how this conversation would go. Um, Somebody may have again blocked communication. We've got a lot of cards here about that. We have the Hangman. We had Taurus, Hierophant in reverse. We had the Four of Swords. We have the Four of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands. Like we've got a lot of cards here that show that somebody is kind of guarding themselves. So I'll put the 8 here, and then the 4, and we'll take back the Hermit. But around this message, like there's literally 2 cards, and one of which is a lot of fast communication or action or movement, and then the other one is like the opposite of that. Um, Really withholding and being guarded and not being open, not being receptive, being a little bit stubborn and selfish here. Um, Whether that's actually happening or whether that's the party that feels that way. You have the star on the bottom, which is your energy, Aquarius. Perhaps that you know that this person wants to reach out to you, but you don't want to talk to them right now, or you're not ready to, at least. Could have been a falling out because of this 7. But let's move on to the Tower. Please clarify the Tower for Aquarius' shadow mind or hidden truth. So this is where your focus is. This is where your focus needs attention. We have that shakedown. All right. 7 of Cups. Any more for the Tower for Aquarius's shadow mind or hidden truth, please? Any more clarification for the 7 or with the 7 of Cups and the Tower? Or Aquarius' shadow mind or hidden truth? What is it that they need to know or acknowledge? What is unknown to them that they would benefit in knowing or understanding, please? One more with the 7 of Cups and the Tower, please. 1, 2, 3. King of Pentacles. Yeah, it could be that there was an affair here. 'Cause sometimes the Queen of Wands can be seen as the other woman. We did have the Queen of Pentacles up here, so that's like the wife, the mother. Now again, switch the genders. But we have the King of Pentacles here now, so that could be the husband or father or father. Your husband or the father of your children, or if it's a woman, then mother of your children, your wife. What is this? Why is the King of Pentacles here, please? Who or what is the King of Pentacles, please? Who or what is the Queen or King of Pentacles in Aquarius' shadow mind or hidden truth? Double. Strong Capricorn energy there. Any more information for what this Tower is? What is the breakdown? What is the breakdown, please? One, 2, nothing. 3. Three of Pentacles. So it could be a work situation here. If there were lies or deceptions or theft surrounding a work situation, this could be that somehow you were involved in it. Not that you were like complicit, but that you will be, you'll have to suffer some type of consequence for this. If that's, I do believe that's attached because it's something that you don't know, and it's um, whatever this is here with the deception card. This the Seven of Swords. It could lead to this Tower. Um, the Hangman is a card about seeking clarity, searching for enlightenment or understanding, and the Seven of Cups is that energy of not knowing, of there being a lack of clarity, of being confused, not knowing what to choose, too many options, having options and not knowing what to narrow it down to. Because of that energy, it brings in this Tower. So it could be that um, you're giving your energy into too many things at once. Again, we do have that Three of Pentacles, so it could be, you'd have Temperance here earlier, trying to find balance. Um, but here we have a card about imbalance and illusion. Now, this could be involving a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, but we have some toxic energy here with the Devil. I'm kind of wondering if that's who that Hierophant in reverse is. Can you give me any more information with this King of Pentacles? This could be a business as well, but with the Devil there, that would be working too hard, like workaholic, or being too obsessed with material gain, escapism through, busying yourself elsewhere, and it causes that Tower. But it could also be something about this King of Pentacles, whether it's an earth energy or not. The King of Pentacles is someone very reliable, very dependable, the provider of the family, the protector, kind of like the Rock, but with the Devil attached to him or her. This is somebody very materialistic, very shallow, very greedy, possibly even lazy, requires others, like is dependent on others. Codependency could be very well, there could be some codependent behavior here. And again, with that Three of Pentacles, not necessarily, but it could be that there's a third party situation that is going on, like giving to too many things at once, too many energies, too many people, too many situations, and again, it all plays into the breakdown of, or the ending of whatever this is. This Tower could be a breakdown in cooperation or teamwork, possibly within a commitment, especially. This doesn't look good, honestly, if I'm being honest, which I always try to be. It kind of looks like somebody is not playing by the rules, and even though they might be justified in not, being transparent, it's also causing way more damage in the end. It's causing a lot of people to be hurt. Um, I don't think I'm going to get anything else here. Trying to get a jumper, but 1, 2, 3. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, that's just too much. Too much is being invested all over the place. There's no proper allocation. There's no prioritization. It's kinetic in a way. It's disjointed. It's all over the place. There may be an individual in your environment that's trying to help you, but you don't see it as them being helpful. You see it as them trying to take control. But at the same time, this person might have some insights that may be helpful to you, but you're not open to it. There may be good reason for that. Maybe they come off a little bit too much like a tyrant or a dictator, like trying to dictate your life. Uh, but I feel like this tower could be avoidable. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I feel like it could be. And yet, the way you're going about it, or in this case, the way you're not going about it, it's bringing that in. So let's see what your recent past is. So I feel like this plays a huge part in what's going on here. Please clarify. Recent past can be days, months, weeks, even years ago. It's just something that you've carried into your current and possibly even future energy and situation. Something that is still affecting you. Why is the moon here for Aquarius's recent past? Please clarify the moon. Please clarify the moon, please, for Aquarius's recent past. You may have even escaped a situation where you had no control before, or you were in a situation where there was somebody who was very overbearing or very controlling. And now that you are removed from that situation or that person, you actually don't know what to do with yourself because you're so used to being told. Um, Kind of like when a prison inmate is finally released, like a long-term prison sentence, and they're finally released, everything has changed so much, oops, that it's like they're not even from the same time or the same uh, planet. Kind of getting that energy too. Why is the moon here? This literally does not want to jump for me. Okay, fine. We'll count down. 1, 2. Some of you may have done something that you're ashamed about. 3. Okay, I wanted a jumper, and there we go, I guess. 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. Hmm. I feel a sense of neglect here. I do feel like it could be a past relationship or several past relationships. But I think it stems back to childhood for some of you. Neglected in some way, whether physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritual, well, not spiritually, but um, at a young age. And it's kind of made you rely on yourself or rely on things that are kind of insignificant. Say, for example, like when a child is exposed to an environment where they don't get the emotional support that they need from their parents, father, mother, whoever, or foster parent, whichever guardian, then they start, they create this world, this fantasy world where, uh, you know, based on imagination. But it's because of loneliness. So, they have imaginary friends, or they place a lot of value in material gain, or um, ha- they there's an addiction that begins, like say they start playing video games, or it's almost like with the Four of Cups here, it's almost like an escape route from the reality, because there is a fear of abandonment, a fear of neglect. It could even have been, that you've suffered from poverty before, in an extreme, like you've been homeless or you've been left out in the cold. Um, but I feel like more of people will probably resonate with the whole energetically feeling neglected or left out in the cold, not so much physically. But because of this, it's that's how you handle situations. Um, let's see, one more with the moon, please. The four and five, or the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles and the moon for Aquarius's recent past. One, two. There could be commitment issues here as well. Three. For some of you, you may just kind of like detach once things start getting serious because you're afraid of being left. King of Cups could be a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We do have Cancer here. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio with the moon, because we do have that Scorpion. Um, so it could have been a relationship as well, like a prior commitment where this happened and it's left you with your guard up. But I think for some of you, at least, maybe just one of you, since I don't have that many viewers yet, this is because of in the past, especially childhood, there's a fear of abandonment, a fear of being rejected, and in order to deal with that, you push it away, like you pretend to be disinterested or bored or non-committal, because it's better that you have control of the situation than to be vulnerable and allow somebody to put you in that, take you back to that time where you felt that again. And it could have been that's who you dealt with. Maybe that's why um, you're guarded up here. Maybe you're looking for closure with that hangman and you haven't received it. If somebody did reject you and push you away, it's because deep down they have a fear of rejection. But let's move on to what's coming towards you with the Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Okay. Oh, I don't really take in both of those. I'm gonna keep going. Please clarify one more with the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Swords, please. For what's coming towards Aquarius, the most important influential thing coming towards them that they would want or need to know about, please. Oh, what was that? Which one was that? Was it the Nine of Cups that came out earlier and I put it back? I almost have to watch the video again. I think it was that one. It might have been the Emperor, though. One of them flipped, and then when I put the other card, it flipped back around, so I'm not sure which one that was. You know what? Let's just put it back and keep going. Sorry, I don't know which one you wanted me to take there. Please clarify the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Swords for what's coming towards Aquarius, please. Okay. Thank you. It's like bizarre. All right, the Knight of Cups it is. Thank you. And who or what is this Knight of Cups, please? I do believe that's attached to what's on your mind. Five of Swords. Five of Swords. Ooh. Ooh. Why then the 9 of Cups? That doesn't make any sense. Why the Knight of Cups here? 9 of Cups. Why's the Knight of Cups here, please? 1, 2, 3. All right, back to that, huh? Okay. So, then we have the 8 of Swords on the bottom, which is hilarious because that's what that card is, the 8 of Swords. All right, you're uh, basically what the message here, it's what I'm hearing first. There's other ones, but the main one here is I'm hearing you're not gonna get anything done sitting on your rump. We have the 8 of Swords, which is a card about feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling mentally bound or hindered, restricted. It is self-inflicted. It is a self-imposed prison because of self-doubt, fears, worries, stress, based on this moon back here. So I do feel like this is you, but it could be that you have attracted those type of energies, those type of people as well, or that's just you and that's how you deal with other people. Because based on past experiences, you put up this defense. However, there is somebody that you're wanting to communicate with, or you're wanting to communicate with you. I apologize, I'm tired. And yet we have, I mean, you're not doing anything. You're taking no action. Yeah, the hangman come out several times. Not the hangman, but cards similar to the hangman where there was a lack of action. There's 4 of swords, 4 of pentacles. Um, yeah, we have the hangman showing back up here with the 9 of cups. So it's like there's some type of wish fulfillment here. There's some type of desire that you have. And I do believe it's with this Knight of Cups. It's emotional communication or an apology or an offer that you're wanting someone to extend to you or you're wanting to extend to that person, but there is no action being taken. However, the way I'm looking at it, was that the other card? Only other card? I think so. Is because of your inaction, because the hangman is under your placement. It's your current energy situation. It could be the other person that's not taking any action. But being that your advice is to literally take action, it's like saying, if there's something that you want, which is the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment card, then you have to come out of this hangman status. Because if you want it, why are you sitting around and waiting? Why are you not acting on it? Is it because part of you knows that this isn't really what you want? Or is it because you know that it's not good for you? Or is it because that you haven't come to terms with this? Your fear of neglect, your fear of abandonment, your fear of rejection is actually the thing that traps you every time. We have this person that was in your surface mind, that Nine of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, doesn't have to be, but they're on this horse and they seem to be walking off into the sunset, and yet they're looking back at you like, are you coming or nah? Like, I'll stay if you ask me to, but you have to ask. And yet we have the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is usually about heavy conflict, but the way I'm seeing it with this is almost as if you'll allow this person to walk away if it means you don't have to feel that. If this is not you, switch it. I normally wouldn't say that. I've been trying not to say that because I don't like the whole, it gets very confusing between, okay, this is you, this is you. But this could be an instance where I don't know who's doing it, which is the case. I feel like it's you. Um, but for some of you, you may be dealing with that yourself for another person towards you. Somebody else may be just, you know, they're willing to lose you at the expense of not having to feel that Five of Pentacles, being triggered, being put back in that energy of remembering what it was like to feel like they were nothing, to feel like they weren't worthy, they weren't lovable, they weren't desirable. So that's what that is. It's either you continuing to take no action towards what this is that you want, which I feel that is the case. But for some of you, it may be the other way around. You may be hoping that this person comes in, but they don't. So in that case, if that is the case for you, take action still. Talk about it, communicate about it, figure it out. Because if it's another person that's not taking any action, they're not going to unless you do. If it's you not taking any action, you're going to lose out on this opportunity. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love connection, but I feel like it is. If it's not a love connection, then it's mending some kind of relationship, partnership, family, friend, what have you. So let's look at your advice. Okay, there you are, coming out in your own element, Star card. And that is actually the major arcana to the Nine of Cups. That is wish fulfillment. That is hope. That is peace. That is healing, patience, and forgiveness. So if there's an apology you're wanting to extend it. But if there's an apology you're waiting for, forgive them anyway. Forgive yourself, forgive them. Let's see what that was. Five of Wands. Five of Wands. Five of Wands. That's self no internal conflict or just petty. So I feel like that's letting that go, releasing that. Based on what was in your current, I do feel like there's some energies that you have to feel, or you feel like you have to fight off, like you have to defend yourself against. Maybe some nosy people, some drama, some snooping, some people that are trying to intervene or put their nose in your business, basically, or just trying to cause drama. Anymore with the Star and the King of Wands for advice for Aquarius, please. Please clarify one more with the Star and the King of Wands for Aquarius's advice. What are your messages of wisdom, clarity, guidance, truth? Got that King of Cups that came out again. That came out earlier in your recent past. So I feel like that's accessing deeper emotions here, because you see well, you can't see, but it's a woman that's pouring these jars of water back into this pool, which in this card, or it's not traditional because usually she's pouring one into the land and one into the water. But in here, it's like she's pouring both of them back into the pool, which is self, um, the emotion, the spiritual healing, accessing those deeper emotions, understanding them, acknowledging them, respecting them in order to heal. And then here we have the King of Cups, who is, he's got this fountain of water. So it's like feeding back into that wellspring that we all have of love, of intuition, of deeper spiritual understanding and knowing. Uh, being comfortable with expressing emotion, accessing that emotion, and being receptive to it as well. But the main thing here is taking action on something. I feel like a lot of it is forgiving and letting go of certain things, especially people. I feel like the people that you're meant to let go are the people that are like, their sole purpose seems to be creating drama, creating gossip, basically. But otherwise, this is again this plays well into the other cards. The Five of Wands is also a card about or internal conflict. So putting that to rest as well, because you have some type of wish that you're looking for. You got the King of Wands and the King of Cups. Um, it's knowing what you want and also giving yourself permission to dream about it, to wish for it, to desire it on an emotional, like take action towards it in a way that's not just physical but emotional as well. And I don't know if that makes sense to you. Uh, Again, it comes down to letting go of control, surrendering. That's what that is. Surrender yourself to something. Um, a- and in doing that, you have to emotionally just release, and whatever happens, you just have to. Obviously, yeah, it is about taking action, but once you've taken that action, then you just let go of all expectation. Um, you speak your piece and from the heart, whether that's towards another person or to you know um, intentionalize what you want, and then from there you allow yourself to release. I mean, with the way this is here, it's like somebody's that's so afraid that they restrict themselves. So that's how you let go of control. You stop expecting the worst to happen. However it plays out is the way it's going to play out. So you do what you can to set it off in the direction you want it to go. But once you've done that, you can't do anything else, especially when it comes to an intention towards a relationship, which is that's what it's feeling like. But let's see what this Two of Cups is for outside or external influences. This is people, energy, or situation that is influencing you, whether positively or negatively. Please clarify please clarify the Two of Cups for Aquarius's outside or external influence, please. Please clarify the Two of Cups. I'm going to do one of these and then we'll switch over to the other. Okay, thank you. Got the Queen of Cups. Okay, so you could be dealing with a water sign. Could be a decision that you need to make too. For those of you that resonated with the third party situation, could be a decision between two people. And the Justice card come out, but that was just because it fell, so I'm putting it back. Can you clarify any more with the Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups, please, for Aquarius's outside or external information? External influences, please. Dang it. One more with the Queen and the Two of Cups. I'm not keeping that. That just slipped. So you do have the King of Cups and the Empress. Very well could be a three-party situation. I don't think it's unknown to you. I think you may be the one that's stuck between two. Please clarify. Oh, these cards are so huge. I can't. All right, 1, 2, 3. Two of Swords, yeah. Who's the Queen of Cups? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody's either not making a decision or just indecisive, possibly between two people. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Emperor. We had the Empress come out earlier. Hermit. The Ten of Wands. Somebody external to you is trying to make a decision based on a connection. It, it's a connection that's suffering. One party may have kind of um, left, walked out, or kind of shut down. It doesn't feel like they've left though. It feels like they're still carrying the burden of the relationship, but there's somebody's unhappy. Maybe that's what the taboo with the maybe you're in a relationship where somebody else is married. Um, Somebody's supposed to be getting a divorce or they're in the process of a divorce, but they're still connected to this person. And I feel like they're undecided or undecided right now. They're kind of they're stuck between two states of being, if that makes sense. Like they're neither on one side or the other. They're kind of, I mean, you guys may be mirroring each other in that sense that you're both kind of in that stagnated energy. And that may be why you're in the the hangman, because this person isn't making a decision. Maybe they are the one. You are in a third party situation, but the third party is this person's wife or husband or lover. They are in a committed relationship, and you want them to make a decision, but they're still attached, either romantically or just energetically. Um, this other person, still has a hold on them. It could be because they are financially reliant or dependent on them. Like this other person provides them financial security, and so that's why they stick around. Or they may even manipulate them via financial gain or the threat of loss. We do have the Emperor there. He can be that kind of asshole. That's kind of what that feels like. So that may be very well be. Um, and another aspect of that energy of not wanting to be rejected is you're attracted to those relationships where it reaffirms that feeling where you are not a lovable, because you believe that about yourself. You involve yourself in situations or relationships where somebody can't love you properly because you feel you are not worthy of that. So take that as it resonates. Hold on. Then again, going back, if you are the one that's being deceptive, that might be why they are indecisive. They can't decide who you are and what you're about. There are several storylines in this, and it's hard to pinpoint exactly one because this is a general read. Clarify that King of Swords for me, please, for Aquarius, best case scenario. Please clarify the King of Swords here for best case scenario. You're in your own element here. We have 1, Okay, 2. Any more? The 5 of Wands again. Yeah, cutting through the bullshit, basically. Cutting through the unnecessary drama, the unnecessary gossip, the unnecessary internal conflict, not allowing yourself to be your own worst enemy, and not allowing others to dissuade you as well. But it's coming to some type of clarity within yourself, understanding, and then cutting out all the static here with the 5 of Wands, because that's basically what 5 of Wands is. It's just a lot of interference, whether that's people or opinions or energies or a situation. It's just interference. It's like he's the antenna here. Oh, that just happened. I am not proud of myself right now. One more, please, with the 5 of Wands and the King of Swords for best case scenario here for Aquarius. One more with the King of Swords and the 5 of Wands. 1, 2, 3. Queen of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. I don't think Queen of Cups. I almost want to shuffle again because that one kind of stuck, but maybe that was intentional. Where did you have the 3 of Cups earlier? Where was that? I believe it was in Shadow Mind. Yeah, it was under the Tower. So cooperation and collaboration, teamwork, reestablishing that, but without the 5 of Wands. So this is like people that are kind of competing to be heard. This is coming to um, an agreement to work together. So cutting through all of that, bickering and fighting and squabble, and coming to back to and honestly, if I'm being honest, this feels like you were sometimes the culprit here. I think you need to be more open-minded with the Queen of Cups. You need to be more open to other ideas, other suggestions, other people's opinions. It doesn't like you don't have to change yours, but be more open-minded. Listen. You don't have to do, but in order for other people to feel welcome and to feel heard and valued, you also need to value their opinion. If you want your own to be, you have to be that to other people. But reestablishing this with the 3 of Pentacles, reestablishing uh, not companionship, but collaboration, cooperation, um, and a sense of like camaraderie, like team spirit, team morale, team spirit. Smells like teen spirit. Okay, I'm done. So that's the best case scenario, is fighting through or cutting out all this unnecessary noise and getting to back to working well with others. And I feel like it's a goal that you're trying to achieve here, specifically a relationship. Do you feel like this is a relationship? So let's see. Most probable outcome. I said in the other video, most probable is not definitive. It cannot be, because I nor any tarot reader can tell you what your outcome is, as you possess the free will to change, alter, um, or not change or alter it. It's up to you. You make your own reality. Why is the Page of Swords here for the most probable outcome for Aquarius, please? 1, 2, 3. King of Swords. Okay, so you are headed in the right direction. I do feel like you are hindering yourself, but everybody gets there in their own time. It's not a race, it's a marathon. You're coming to some kind of clarity in your own way, in your own time, through your own, however you gather information, however you come to uh, understanding. That's what you're doing, and it might not be someone else's way. It might not be the quickest way. Um, then again, you could also be receiving a communication that brings in some clarity as well with that Page of Swords, the King of Swords. That is your card as well. Both of those are air signs. The Ace of Wands. Okay. Any more with the King and Page of Swords here for the most probable, dang it, the most probable outcome for Aquarius, please. Okay, the Knight of Wands came out earlier and I put him back. He's here again, so got the King of Cups and the Star. That's you, Aquarius. So overall, I see a favorable outcome. It could be that you receive a passionate, also new beginning or potential offer from a fire sign. Um, a message that brings in clarity, possibly from another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you reach your own verdict, or your own what is that freaking word? You reach an understanding within yourself. Can you clarify who or what is this King and Page of Swords? Like, what does this involve? Please, with the King and the Page of Swords. One, two, three. Nine of Wands. Okay, so you're still guarded about it. You're still not 100% open to whatever this is. It could be that you communicate your truth to somebody, or You're wanting to bring in a clarity about the situation. I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like this is something that is coming in towards you that will bring you some type of clarity, but I don't feel like it's something that you are receptive to. You want to hear, but at the same time, when one portal closes, another one opens, and I feel like with that, there's this promising, passionate new potential offer that comes in. Fine, I'll use this one. It's just so hard to shuffle. The Fool, so that's also Aries, Pisces, the Empress, the High Priestess. Oh, somebody wants you to take a leap of faith, but you're using your intuition. Yeah, you're gonna, with that seven or that Page of Swords, you're gonna look into it. You're gonna try to dig up truth, possibly like snoop, spy, do it, like be incognito about it, do it in a way that's not invasive, but also You're not showing your hand fully here. I think it's like kind of to protect yourself and getting involved in a situation. Um, that's what I feel like you're trying to figure out if this is going to be worth the effort here. Yeah. Do you really want to move forward with whatever this is? Because obviously there's stagnation for a reason. Somebody or something about it was deceptive, or there was a lack of clarity. Um, it could be like I said, a third party situation, and it's becoming too much to deal with. It's a lot to handle, and I feel like you're going to have another offer come in, whether it's another romantic offer or a passionate new beginning, that you can focus more of your intention on. But regardless, you are trying to investigate. You are trying to come to clarity. I think you are trying to find some closure for yourself as well. But in the meantime, this comes in, or somebody communicates with you, and in bringing in this clarity, this understanding, um, it opens up this opportunity. So it could be either or. It could be a passionate new beginning with this person that you've already been dealing with, but I feel for many of you, it's more of coming to an understanding of the whole situation. And once you have done that, something else comes in. It doesn't mean that you release this other person or this other situation. It's just um, some other door opens for you. Now, what you'll do from there, I'm not sure, but it very well could be a passionate new start in this relationship that you haven't experienced before, with them, or somebody completely separate. So that is your clarified reading. Please let me know if it resonates. Like, share, subscribe. Again, this is part two, so if you want just the bare bones, I will include the link to part one. This is just to kind of separate the two, because I cannot make a short video to save my life with all the clarifiers I do. But thank you very much, and I will talk to you guys next time. Have a very happy new year, and see you guys next time. Yeah.